not bad. Solid shooting percentage. Assists 20. So he's actually pretty balanced. Even though I and probably most people tend to look at him as a shooter, perhaps that outside shooting threat turned him into a little bit more of a finisher as the season progressed. So, at any rate, let's get started here. First shot. So, I want you guys to pay attention. I can't zoom in, unfortunately, so squint your eyes or do something to get close. But I want you guys to notice as he's coming around the corner here, all right, he's curling. A lot of guys, at all levels here, okay, tend to keep fading away. And Kyle in this situation, make sure that he turns the corner. He almost looks like a ski racer, actually, right there. He's got good angulation. All right, but back is straight, head is up, and he actually steps towards his target, towards his goal. All right, now as he drives forward into the shot, he drops the hands, back is straight, okay, and look at how tall he's standing. He's pretty tall here, especially for the size of his step, his front step. He's actually pretty tall, and everything, if you notice, everything moved forward. His hands are way out, all right, he's going to get great snap on that wrist, and he drove forward beautifully with that shot. All right, the same way you would with an overhand shot, you want to just drive forward towards your target. So I really like that shot. All right, let's move forward. There it is again in up close, so I guess we do have a zoom type situation. Gets low, baits the goalie low, bam, and stands up right at the last second and drives forward. So he pulls forward with that front leg. Remember, I know I keep repeating myself, but remember, after you're done pushing off this back leg here, it's dead. When that foot leaves the ground, this back leg foot leaves the ground, you can't do anything with it once it leaves the ground. So you want to use the other half of that shot, which is the front leg. So in the same way you sprint, you want to pull forward with that front leg. All right? Did a great job of that through this shot. Had a ton of zip. All right, this one. Again, kind of a three-quarter-ish shot. The one thing I would recommend, if I'm seeing this correctly, I may not be, but from what I can tell, I'm going to back up. Oh yeah, it does look like he turned his hands over. So on this follow-through, what I initially thought was, right here you can see his hands are separated by the way his wrists are not turned right here, but he actually did get a quick snap early in that shot. All right, but again, three-quarter arm, underhand, sidearm, he's driving forward through that shot. Pretty well. Not all the way forward. Stood up was a little neutral, but still, good shot. Quick, super quick release. And one thing I want you guys to note is that a quick release is not necessarily how quickly you catch the ball and then shoot it. All right, because you can have the ball in your stick for a long time and not have a quick and still have a quick release. All right, it's all about when you start that forward movement from your backstroke. It's all about when you start that forward movement, how quickly that head speed comes around and the ball releases. All right, so quick release is not necessarily catching a ball and releasing it quickly. It's about when you actually cock that stick back, how fast is that snap, how fast is your turnover. And a quick release is generally a result of strong forearms, a good push and pull motion with your shot. All right, good shot right there. Let's see. Bam. Here we go. Yep. Okay, my initial thoughts were wrong. Great turnover. Snap forward. Brought those hands in a little bit. And I know I'm being picky with the follow-through. But with the follow-through, it's important because when you keep your hands out throughout a follow-through, it tells you that you actually had your hands out the entire time. All right? Very few people pull their hands in during a shot and then finish with their hands out. You actually want to have your hands out all the way through. Remember, back arm at 90-degree angle to dive through that shot, all right? But regardless, he had his hands out when he was shooting. Really, really good shot. This is a sweet overhand shot right here. We'll just play it in fast time. Coming forward, boom, right over the top, beautiful. It looks like he has quite a bit of whip in his stick, but if you can handle it, kudos to you, man. Just go for it, all right? Hands are way back, standing up tall, boom. Straight over the top. So this guy can clearly bring it from anywhere. Awesome shot. All right, let's go forward. Shot right there. Let's watch the slow-mo right here. As soon as he catches that pass, his hands are already back. All right? Hope you guys notice that all the great players pretty much do the same thing. They all have their own style. They all have their own tendencies, but all the good quality stuff that they do is all the same. Look at that nice, is that inside? Kind of middle, but dropped the stick, got that goalie down, drove forward, pulled with that front leg. Beautiful. All right. Jeez, I saved a lot of those angles. Boom. Yeah, that was far side. That was sweet. Right here. Again, most of his shots are the same. You know, he didn't drive forward through that shot, but, you know, if you got good enough hands, you don't have to do everything correctly. You don't have to do everything perfectly. Use the defenseman as a screen. Awesome shot. Love it. Boom. Inside pipe, too. That's a hard shot to make, that inside pipe right here. Really, really difficult shot. So, what do we want? Like I say with most guys, back straight. Bam. Hands way away from body. All right. And great turnover. One thing Kyle does really well is he has great hand turnover, great snap. I like to call it turnover. All right. So those are the things I would take away from what I watched here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.